Hey, it's Evan. Welcome back to another episode of the Mindful 8 podcast. And in today's episode, we're talking about building the new paradigm. Something that I'm really focusing on as of late is where's my attention going? Especially in this digital world that has social media. When I'm on these social media platforms, where's my attention going? Am I watching accounts that are supporting me and my goals? Am I following individuals that are encouraging me to work a little bit harder to 10x my goals? Is what I'm consuming influencing me in a certain way? Building the new paradigm is living the new paradigm. And if you know me by now, my personal coaching that's always going to be there and that I'm evolving over time is helping individuals go from that old paradigm consciousness to a new paradigm consciousness. This new paradigm consciousness is directly correlated to the new paradigm, of course. And something that I learned in a podcast that I was recently watching was don't focus on anything except what you actually want out of your life, right? Attention is so important. That's why we focus on hooks and trends, because we want to grasp people's attention. We want to grasp people's attention in order to offer them a service offer. We want to grab people's attention to inspire, to give value. So building the new paradigm is focusing only on what you actually want to get out of life. It's an election year. It's 2024. The Yugic cycle is here. You can definitely feel the change happening internally, but also externally. And it's easy, if you allow it to be easy, to get wrapped up in that world. It's easy to allow your attention to go towards things that are happening outside of your control. For example, politics. It's an election year. 50% of countries are having an election this year. And it's quite easy to give your attention to that side of the world. But what we're talking about today is allowing our energy and allowing our attention to only go towards building the new paradigm. And how I'm doing this personally is focusing on what I actually want to get out of life. And what I actually want to get out of life is the freedom to pursue what I actually want to pursue. To be able to travel wherever I want to travel, right? So my attention is going to need to be focused on how I can make that life an ideal thing, how I can make that life here and now. Being at home and being in an old paradigm, being in old energy, in that old environment, it's going to encourage your attention to go towards the old paradigm, especially in regards to work. This isn't normal. Living in Medellin, pursuing my dreams isn't normal. And it's important to continuously remind myself that. But my attention is only going towards building the new paradigm. That's literally where my attention is going. I focus on nothing but that. What do I want out of life? Getting really clear on what I actually want out of life. Understanding my personal origin story and why I'm here, why I'm doing what I'm doing. That's all my attention. That's where my attention is focused. And how I'm building the new paradigm is just following my passion. It's as simple as that. Obviously, you just heard a dog in the background. So if that dog continues to bark, we're going to have to wrap up this episode pretty short. But that's the main message that I want to communicate to you on the opposite side of this black mirror is only focus your attention on building the new paradigm. Building the new paradigm for yourself and building the new paradigm for the world. Because there are other individuals who are building a paradigm that just keeps you locked in a box. That just keeps you in conformity. And that's okay. It is what it is. But where your attention goes, your energy will flow. So if you're focusing your attention on what you actually want, you're going to be encouraged and inspired to work long hours. You're going to be encouraged and inspired to build the life of your dreams, because that's where you're putting your attention. Attention and energy are identical. If we're focusing on what we actually want, being of service to others, inspiring others to pursue what it is they actually want to pursue, that is building the new paradigm. That's what I'm focusing on. This is what gives me energy, because that's where my attention is going. You can hear it in my voice. I'm super inspired to build my ideal life. I'm super inspired to actively engage and participate in the synchronistic flow of life and help others do the same. That's where my attention is going. That's all I care about. How can I be of service to others? How can I be of service to business owners? How can I be of service to entrepreneurs who want to build their personal brand? Focusing all my attention on that, because that is what I'm good at. That's what I'm working on. And understanding that concept of Shoshin, having that learner's mindset, that I know nothing, focusing my attention on that. It's really a central theme of my life as of late, is really getting super clear on what I want, which I believe I know what I want right now. That's only going to evolve over time. But my attention is so focused on what I want. It's all I think about. Because that's love. That's unconditional love. I love my life unconditionally. I love my friends unconditionally. I love the tribe that I'm attracting unconditionally. I'm focusing all my attention on that. I'm not focusing on the fear, the limiting beliefs of not positive outcomes, because as long as I focus my attention on the fear of this might go that way or this might go this way, it might go south. If I focus my attention on that, well, what do you think is going to happen? All my energy is going to go towards that. But if I'm focusing my attention on what I actually want, and I have conscious intention on that, and I mix that with definite action, and how do I take definite action with energy, my manifestations will come to life. They will come into existence because I'm focusing all my time and energy on what I actually want. This is how we build the new paradigm. So as you become more and more clear of what you actually want out of life, and you focus all your attention on that, your energy will also flow to building the new paradigm. And over time, you'll realize that you're cultivating this new paradigm consciousness because you're doing the inner work. If you want to be better, you're meditating more, you're journaling more, you're focusing on everything self-development. You're taking action towards the higher calling. You're taking action towards the higher calling because you have the right energy. You're understanding that the eternal now is all there is, and you're embracing that, and you're smelling the roses. You're honoring the journey. The only four things that matter in developing a new paradigm consciousness. This is how we build the new paradigm. It's what makes working so easy, because we're focusing on what we actually want out of life. And that's where our attention is going. So how you can do the same is just realize what you actually want out of life. And if you're not doing what you actually want, if you're not actually doing something that supports what you actually want out of life, it's a good opportunity to reevaluate your day-to-day. It's a good opportunity to really sit back and reflect on, okay, something has to change. Maybe it's internally something has to change. Maybe it's my environment that has to change. Whatever it may be, you know that change needs to happen. And change happens in an instant. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful building the new paradigm, because you realize if I'm not building the new paradigm, I'm allowing the old paradigm to flourish. It's a simple mindset shift. If I'm not building the new paradigm, I'm allowing the old paradigm to flourish. I'm allowing the old paradigm to stay in power. I'm not focusing my attention on the old paradigm, which is what I've done in the past. Staying up to speed with geopolitics and macroeconomics. I can't control that. I can only control my future. And something that I'm really passionate about is not being denied my destiny. My destiny is this, what I'm looking at right now, a camera. And beyond the camera is the city of Medellin. That's my destiny. And I'm taking so much action, it overwhelms my fearful mind on what I actually want to get out of life. And I'm resting in that definition of abundance, on how to live abundantly. I'm focusing all my attention on that. And I'm smelling the roses in the process. I'm honoring the journey. I'm embracing the eternal now, the joy of being. That's how we build the new paradigm. That's how you build the new paradigm. That's how you develop a new paradigm consciousness. And at the end of the day, to wrap up this video, what lever do we have to pull? What lever do we have to pull to get clarity? What lever do we have to pull to make change? What lever do we have to pull to build the new paradigm? Awareness, self-awareness, zooming out like a camera lens, zooming out, taking a deep breath, and realizing what we actually want out of life. This is how we build the new paradigm. I love you. Thank you for listening. Have a beautiful day.